senior political correspondent for Puck, Tara Palmeri. It's great to see you, Tara. I have up in the wall next to you, some of your big takes from the speech. Obviously, he was heavy on the economy and also on immigration, but you also note that he leaned heavy on culture wars as well. Why does that stand out?
Yeah, it stands out to me because usually, what you lay out in the speech and the prominence of it, what comes first, tends to dictate your agenda. And Donald Trump, he really didn't start with the economy. You had to wait about a half hour to get to that. He leaned into culture wars, into kind of owning the libs, as you could say. He really wanted to talk about how he's, a war on common sense. That seemed to have a greater precedent to him, the DEI wars over, how Americans are really feeling day to day and why they actually elected him, which is to turn around the economy. I mean, the way he explained the situation was to blame Joe Biden for the cost of eggs, to blame him for inflation. We're into our second month. How much longer can you really blame the former president? After all, he did promise that on day one, he would tackle inflation. He tackled a lot of things on day one, but through executive order. Not all of it is standing up. A lot of it was just messaging. A ton of it was culture war. But I think you can see what Donald Trump values based on the precedent that the prominence that topic took in his speech. And I was surprised to hear the economy taking about half hour to 45 minutes to hear about it, and how boastful he was about it, but also saying you're going to feel some pain. I don't think that's what Americans want to hear right now. When I just went to the supermarket the other day, you could only buy eggs 6 at a time and at $8.75 a carton. So I mean, this is not great.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a debate. The first 20 minutes are the most important because that's when people start tuning out. And it's a good point about what you're saying, kind of the priority of how he got to things. Also, Elon Musk defending Doge and highlighting Elon Musk, saying that he is the head of Doge, which is noteworthy enough because the administration has said that Elon Musk is not the head of Doge. That was also noteworthy.
Absolutely. And there might be some legal ramifications for that, considering that Elon Musk is so tied to the government through all of his government contracts. And how can he really head a government agency? Has he been through proper background checks? How is he able to access so much sensitive information about Americans and now on private servers? And the guys that are working for him at Doge, have they been properly vetted as well? I mean, he has basically carte blanche with all of the agencies, which means he has carte blanche with all of our information. But yeah, it was interesting to hear him say that Elon Musk is the head of Doge when they picked this kind of seemingly random person to be the Doge administrator.
Tara, great to see you. Thank you so much for getting up early with us.